Welcome back, my friends and fellow gamers. I'm Wrath, and we're back in Hellion for yet another pleasurable little day of blowing stuff up. Or, not really, but, okay, so, having some connection issues, but we've got 2 days there, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 4. Okay, so we're gonna need to at least generate one new thing here soon in order to protect the station. And we need to make general choices to get our station up and running. So now we have enough power to, in general, make everything good. So, need to look at power. What's the power situation? With everything powered up, we are still positive. Sweet. However, as soon as we undock the station, that's not going to be the case. So if we pop that down, that works. Okay, so we've got enough power to basically run the station indefinitely. We do now have an empty end on there, which is not great. So we need, I think we need another airlock module for over here. And that should get us squared away. And I think it's about time that we started doing these missions, but let's check our resources here. There's at least a little bit of a need for more raw materials. We need more alloys and carbon fibers. Now, there's a problem that goes along with this, or at least a warning of a potential problem. I've been warned by one of my friends that plays this game that there may or may not be a bug which causes your command module to explode if you leave the current planet. This obviously is not a good thing. So we're going to test it. This is going to be a full-on potential disaster moment for us, but we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. I know that that doesn't sound great, and it isn't, but we're going to do it anyway. Mostly because if it is an actual issue, then we need to know about it, because it changes, it would completely change our design theory for the station if we cannot expect to have our primary station core here be viable, because we have to be able to go to other planets and come back to our base. So if we leave and come back and this thing is dust, or it's been blown into bits, then clearly, you know, that's not going to be acceptable. So before we go, though, we're going to go back to Hirath because we need more alloys, plain and simple. So we're going to take our current set of equipment. Let's see if we have enough. I need to get out of this suit and put on a different one. Oh, we need to go to the fabricator. I'm going to put on the green suit in order to make sure that I have the best suit possible. But I only have part of a green suit, which is the main central part of the suit, so I'm going to augment that with the blue components. So we need to remove certain items and set them aside for the moment. And while we do this, we are going to get everything sorted out here so that we can try, one way or another, to put ourselves together. So that will go there, and that will go there. So we have one of these guys left. We're going to go ahead and put him in now. Okay. Alright, so let's see what we can do. We could do a Class 2 civilian nanite core. Could do a Class 2 military, which is up to the par of where our Class 3 civilian is. But for now, we're just going to, I think, we're just going to take these materials and move them to the cargo bay. So, let's take a look at our overall stock of materials. Decent amount of carbon fiber, decent amount of silicon, but we still need lots more iron, lots more alloys. Let's put the gun away. Alright, that gets us taken care of there. And that is everything, so we can take the suit off. Alright, so we're all set there. Let's go ahead and load up on our stuff here. Alright, we're taking a little bit of ammunition with us, taking the ship, and we're gonna go. This is going to be our good old-fashioned test of whether or not this station can get itself wrecked just from us going to another planet. Hopefully it's a bug that's been fixed. If not, we'll have to do the bug report on it, which would be unfortunate. If it is the case, I'm wondering why nobody's reported it yet. But we will soon find out. Need to get some more guns for the outside here. All right. Time to get busy. Okay, we don't have enough to pressurize, which is a problem. But it's one that we will have to supply later. Let's go ahead and let's pull the air from the upper deck. Set that as sort of a trap. We'll use that air to pressurize the ship here. Alright, fully pressurized. So let's stop that and start to pressurize that so that there's nothing left in the tanks after we're done. Crazy as that sounds. I just want to make sure that I'm not taking any air pressure with me. Alright. Take the helmet off. Let's get to work. Away we go. Now, I've been told the way that you can tell when this tragedy, as it were, happens is that your home station will disappear. We're going to test it. So let's go ahead and go looking for trouble. Okay. So again, we're going to go to Hiraeth. Let's go... Let's go directly to... What do we got here? Okay. Ah. And now we will see. So we're going to watch our home station here as this goes here. Yeah, obviously we've got plenty of speed, but now we have to worry about this thing exploding for no particular reason. Warp's going to take a few minutes. Let's go ahead and prep the ship, because we're going to start losing hit points here soon. So now we get ourselves ready, and God, that's blinding. I just can't look at that right now. We have extra ammo? Yeah, we got plenty of extra ammo. Extra fuel cell for the return trip if necessary. And hopefully, let's power up the air filter here so we can breathe well. So yeah. It's now time to just sit back for a little bit and consider the ramifications. So, if my base doesn't explode, that's great. You know, nothing to worry about, everybody's good, and we don't have to worry so much about issues of the base exploding like that. However, if we end up with a different situation where the station does explode, one, it's probably going to mean a restart, because we won't be able to maintain what we've got, and I'll probably switch to a single-player mode for the remainder of doing these seasons, and then I will separately do multiplayer with friends. That will be a separate set of recordings. I may basically do a derivative branch of the Hellion videos, and one will be, you know, the serious guide sort of videos that I've been doing recently and through most of this, and then the other videos will be just, you know, multiplayer shenanigans. So that's if things go badly, that's what we can expect. Ooh, stretching my jaw there a little bit. So again, our plan here is to go ahead and with the ship that we have, we're going to go ahead and jump into searching for oh crap. that's not good. We're gonna die. Okay, as soon as we get into the orbit with Hureth, we're gonna have to break this warp because our flight path has put us directly through the middle of the station. Or not station, of the planet. So as soon as our flight path, our orbit comes inside of this, we're going to have to break our process and get ourselves a new flight path. So now we gotta time this really well, because otherwise we're gonna die, and it's gonna be very unpleasant. Fortunately, Herath has a very big gravity well, so we should be able to start seeing our gravity, or our orbit, changing as soon as our ship gets inside of that gravity well. Even if we hit an unstable orbit, that's still better than what we're looking at right now. This is why it's really important to check your arrival and departure to make sure, because this could have gone way worse than it is right now. So right now it's showing my orbit getting weird and wide there. Here we go. As soon as the orbit comes into visibility, come on, just a little bit more. Alright, so we've got a little bit of an orbital path, not much. Have to break it sooner rather than later. Gonna have to break it now. Okay. Alright, that's our orbit. That's fine and dandy. Do damaged production complex. All right. All right, straight line. Good deal. That's way better than our last issue. That could have been way worse. We could have just crashed right into the planet and been like, oh well, that didn't go at all as we had planned. Okay. So now that we're going in there, we've already got the proper thing in there, so we can shut this down. Let's start depressurizing everything. And then let's put the engine and the other component up here. So we're getting into the soup here. There it is right there. Let's go ahead and match up. And let's get to work. Salvage is our business. Only things that are blue and or our actual salvage bits matter. Ouch. Didn't see that. Okay, stabilized. No guns, it looks like. Okay, there's an armature there. We want those. Those are what we came all the way here for. Turn our lights on. Check the bottom slots here. Okay, nothing there. Check the other side. There's an armature at least, which is exactly the thing that we're looking for. We need tons of these. We're going to keep looking for more of them. There's a shattered plate there. We'll grab it, because we still need them. Even though we've got a lot more of those than we have of the armatures, and they definitely provide more raw materials, we still need to be on our best behavior and double check things. Alright, so anything that's blue quality or better goes in the bag. Take the warps. Take the warp cell for now. It's probably not worth all that much, but you never know. doesn't look like there's any gun in there. So happy times all the way around. Regular military nanite. Nothing all that big to write home about. Nothing good over here either. Check the fabricator, see if it's got anything inside. Oh, overshot, overshot. Bouncing around in here. Okay, blue pack could be salvageable. Blue suit. Blue drill. Okay. Take that. Okay, nothing in there, so we'll take what we got and move on. There are other station components around here, so we'll hit the next one and be on our way. So now all of this will be meaningless if the station has exploded by the time we get back. Now, if you remember, we verified that the station itself has more than 4 days of nano, so it's not like it's at risk of blowing up already. Go ahead and put that up there. Alright, so what's the next closest one? 4 kilometers. Ruined fabricator. Let's try the deserted habitat. That almost looks like it might be better. Okay. So let's go ahead and get up to speed and go check that one out. Alright, so cruising along here. Let's go ahead and adjust the approach here. So once we get within 10 kilometers, So I'm just focusing on my speed here. So hopefully we'll be able to find some interesting stuff here, and maybe it will be a non-issue of things exploding around us. Because if the command module busts, then we're gonna have a serious problem. Because that means that when we design our station, we're gonna have to design it without that central hub design in mind, and that will be very detrimental to our overall design. Brakes. Brakes. Okay. Looks like a couple of CQMs and a long hallway. Okay, match. Let's go ahead and check it. First things first, stabilize it. At least there's another armature there. That's always good. 2 of them. Maybe more. But first we're going to stabilize. Okay. Let's go get it. Oh, 3. Nice. I'll take one of these as well. I think that's a fairly good ratio. Alright, let's check the inside of this now. You know, we could bring a CQM back to seal up that last end of our module. Take a helmet for recycling purposes. That's another torch, but I'm not going to bother with that. Okay, so Looks like nothing in here. Oh, there's a drill. It's got some dry ice in it. Not really anything to get all that excited about, but you know, take what you can get kind of deal. There's another scanner. So hopefully that will not become an issue. Okay, we got another suit. And a couple more drills, but nothing all that exciting. Oh wait, that's the dead end. Alright, let's go back to the ship. And again, we're just getting a decent amount of supplies here, but don't really seem to be getting anything all that exciting. So, almost 2 suits. Okay, let's go look at this one here. Seems to be such a weird arrangement here. But we seem to be getting plenty of raw materials, so, you know, if it turns out that our station doesn't blow up while we're away, this will have been a very successful run of materials. Okay. Okay, let's go. So again, we're going to use stabilization to make this thing not fall apart on us or float around. And then we're going to grab the parts that we need, whatever happens to be roughly available. much of anything going on here. Okay, no visible parts. We'll go in and take a look here. A lot of nada. I find these outer planets to be really kind of disappointing. There's another scanner. I am not going to pick those up because I've already got a problem with one of them. There's a bulkhead that might actually be useful. It's a helmet, another suit. Honestly, not really all that much. A tad bit disappointing, really, when you get down to it. This makes the second one that's been just sort of a lack of anything definably interesting. Alright, either way, I think we've gathered enough materials to go ahead and make the return trip and to test whether or not our station has in fact exploded at this point due to a glitch. Alright. So it still shows up there. So we can warp to it. Alright, now we can take off. Alright, so it looks like maybe that bug has been fixed. So we should be, if everything goes according to plan, we should be alright. We'll see here in about 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes. In the meantime, let's go ahead and start pressurizing the ship back up. Alright. So looks like she is about to wake up, which would be disturbing, to say the least. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and let this run, and while it's running, I'm going to go fold some laundry. Because that's how boring this flight is. 6 minutes. Oh. Well, I think that... Oh, pardon me. I think that we've gotten enough of these armatures for now. How many did we get? We got 5 of them, so that's going to be about 100 more of the carbon, the alloys. That's still not really enough to do what I'd like to do with it, but it's a start. I think that will bring us close enough to being able to put some of the tier 3 or tier 2 units on our station. However, for the moment, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to replace the one on my my main habitat with a tier 2, so that one will last, since that's the one that's the lowest currently. That one's down to 2 days. I'm going to replace that one now so that we get the upgraded amount, and then I'm going to systematically start replacing the other ones so that as time goes by we'll have room for more resources. Let's see here. I can't actually carry everything that I grabbed because of the extra suits and drills. I think we're going to have to start looking to the other planet for resources, because I don't think we're going to find any more of the stuff that we're after around Hirath. I think we've gotten about as much as we can hope to get from it. So, like, let's look at the actual map here. Edril is the next one on the list, and that is much further down, and that actually has like a proper fort, so that's military. What have you got? There's a couple of different things there. Torn security, destroyed security, SDS outpost. And then that looks like residentials. So that's command and military. So yeah, I think our next step is going to be to go the opposite direction and go to Eridril. Let's see. What is my suits? 4 hit points. So I need a tier 4, or I need a higher tier I need a higher tier suit, but not one of these civilian, these AC Proteus ones, because these ones are like civilian ones versus the ones you normally get, which are the more balanced military ones. So I need to get more of those. I have like a little bit of one, but I need to get a full suit so that I can actually go and do a long-term run through like hostile environments. So I'm thinking I might pick those up here So we're going to have to see how that all turns out. But I think that that's going to be a long-term goal in short-term means. One of the things that one of the guys one of my buddies has also told me is how to get an Argus shuttle without too much trouble. There's actually one hidden around Bether that I can find. So with that knowledge and his instructions on how to relatively find it, that's going to be one of the things that's on our list of stuff to do. Is that we're going to take the time to go ahead and we're going to take the time to go ahead and figure out our logistics for equipment, and then we're going to go out and see what we can. Boy, I am tripping over my own tongue today. We're gonna get our station logistically set up so that we don't have to worry about it, and then we're going to take the time to figure out all of the major details of our station. I think we might take a trip to Burner just to pick up a why did that turn off? Huh. The in-game sound effects keep turning off on the recording device, which is a little weird. Wonder if I've got a hotkey set that I'm not aware of. I'll have to check that. Alrighty. And it looks like the station did not explode. So, that's always a bonus. Okay. Nice and easy. This makes us right about an hour. I'm going to go ahead and get ourselves a blue civilian core to throw into the habitat module up there. And then we're going to call it a day. I think after we get in the next video, I think we're going to start looking at doing the quests, because part of that is because I want to get an Aegis to start attaching to my station. But once we've completed that, then we can go ahead and take the time to do a major mining operation, because once you have an Argus, you can get right into the major mining because of the massive cargo bay. So with that, we're going to sign off. I think we're going to sign off here. Until next time, I'm Wrath. I hope that you've enjoyed. And, please like, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. It always means a lot to me. And until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.